Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me, see me. If you have any questions or something not working, please write into the chat. Um, Thank you for joining this morning. My name is Miri. I'm a physiotherapist and I'm doing this workout that I call I Got Your Back since 1.5 years now and twice per week at Miris Gym. Today the focus will be mobility of the thoracic spine. So we want to free up some space in the thoracic spine and in the neck as well, especially towards the end. You don't need any props, but it would be great if you could follow the same playlist. It's in the description below. If you can't see it there or something, it's called I Got Your Back minus live stream, and you can find it on Spotify. So please get your music ready. If possible, have it on your phone or another device so you can hear my voice from your computer, please. We'll start slowly. It doesn't matter if we're not 100% at the same spot in the playlist, but please start it now so we have a bit of the same vibe. And then we start sitting. So just find a comfortable seat. We will start to warm up a bit, and then we have a bit of planking and some strengthening exercise in the middle and some mobilization again towards the end. So just sit comfortable, have your soles touch. You can grab your ankles, and we start to warm up our spine. So first of all, come forwards, keep your elbows close to your body and look up to the ceiling to extend your whole spine. And then drop back, get all nice and round. Arms are straight, let your head drop, get all nice and round. You can connect the movement with your breath. So when you come forward, breathe in, feel your chest opening, shoulder blades, pull back and down, look up. And when you breathe out, drop back, get all nice and round. Forward, breathe in. Use your hands on your ankles to pull yourself forward. And then drop back. Feel your pelvis dropping back, your chest drops back, head is hanging forward. And breathing in, come forwards again. Feel your chest opening, shoulders pull back and down, look up. And when you breathe out, drop back. We do 3 more here. You can always continue in your own rhythm, pull yourself forward, look up, so you feel from your tailbone to your head, your whole spine in extension, push your chest forward, and then round up. Again, from your pelvis to the top of your head, all nice and round. 2 more here, breathing in, come forward, keep your shoulders down, neck long. And drop back. One last time, forward. Keep your elbows close to your body, not open. So the chest is nice and wide. And last time, drop back. From here, come back to the middle. I face you again. You just want to open the side. This time, keep your left sitting bone down to open your waist. Keep your shoulder down, neck in line. To open here inside our deep waist muscle. And come back to the middle. Lengthen when you are in the middle. Keep your chin close. Stay nice and long when you come to the side. Push your right sitting bone down. So we get to these deep muscles in our waist. To the middle, lengthen. Imagine your fingers pull you up. So you can have really a nice and long spine that you keep all the time. Change side, push your left sitting bone down. Don't let your head collapse. Keep it in line. Shoulder down. Again, your fingertips pull you up. Long in the middle. Keep the length. Come to the side. Push your right sitting bone down. One more each side in the middle. Stay long. Try to not be round. Your chest up. And to the side. Push your left sitting bone down. Try to keep your hips soft as well. Try to not cramp them if you can. Last time. To the middle. Lengthen and to the side. I hope you have the music and you enjoy it as well. Come back to the middle. Now breathe into your belly deeply. Lengthen your left arm. When you breathe out, come into the twist. Put your hand on the opposite knee and just look behind you. Stay there for 3 breaths. I will just talk forward. Stay there. Make sure your hand is close to your seat. So you are in a nice upright position again, chest up. And with the breath out, just look further behind you, over your back shoulder, to increase the rotation in your whole spine, and especially also in your upper and in your neck. Use your eyes to look far behind you, so really your neck is engaged in the twist. One more breath here. And then slowly release, come back to the middle. Breathe into your belly deeply to engage your diaphragm, the breathing muscle. Lengthen your right arm. And when you breathe out, come into the twist. Put the hand on the opposite knee and look behind you. Make sure you keep your weight on both sitting bones, on both bum cheeks equally. We stay here for 3 breaths. Keep your hand close to your seat, chest up, and use your eyes again to look over your back shoulder to get all the nice twists in your whole spine. Stay here for 1 more breath. And then slowly release, come back to the middle. From here, you can cross your legs and roll over your knees, tuck your toes in, walk back onto your feet. We want to hang out the neck. Keep your weight on both feet, knees are slightly bent, let your head and shoulders drop forward. You can check it out a bit, try really to release your neck here, and then vertebra by vertebra, roll up, only lift your head at last. We go 4 more times forward. From the top of your head, roll in and try really vertebra by vertebra nicely to roll down. Keep your weight on the whole foot. Hang out your neck and roll up again. So here we try already to create some traction on our spine. So really make sure that your head is dropping forward. Don't hold it, look forward, just let it fall. I repeat myself because in class there's always someone looking up like that. So if you have difficulty to release, imagine you have water run down the back of your neck and feel the weight of your head falling forward. Let's do 2 more forwards together from the top of your head. Roll down nicely, bit by bit. Keep your knees slightly bent so we don't have the stress on the hamstrings now. Just let your arms and head real heavy go forward. And then we do 1 last time here. When you breathe out, try to relax even more, really hang out your spine. And vertebra by vertebra, roll up again. Only lift your head in the last moment. And then please come into this position with me. Make sure your heels are under your knees. Pull your belly button in and up. close to your spine. Get nice and low, try to be on height with your knees. Shoulders down. So here we are working on the isometric strength of our thighs and glutes that are stabilizing our spine. So since while I'm talking, stay there nice and low and hold here. On the upper back, we want to mobilize a bit. So here come forwards, push your chest forward again, and then round in. Stay strong in your legs, stay nice and low, and just move from your chest. Make sure you don't bend from your hips, but move your chest just forward, and then let it drop back, get all nice and round. 5 more here. Keep your shoulders down, don't stop at the wrist, open until your fingertips, chest forward, look up, and then round up. Make sure you move from your chest, stay nice and low, and round. Stay strong, we have 3 more. Arms are parallel to the floor if you can. So you really need to open your chest in this movement. And 2 more. And round. Stay strong. 1 more. Keep your shoulders down. And if you can look up to have all extended. Your spine all extended, all nice and round. From here, feet parallel, hang down. Shake out your legs, shake out your head. And we bend our knees for 3 times to warm up our hips. So bend your left and straighten, then bend the right and straight. 2 more, bend the left and straight. Keep your feet down, bend the right and straight. 1 more, bend the left and straight, then bend the right and straight, back to the middle, roll up like in the beginning. And we come into the same position 1 more time. Again, make sure the heels are under your knees. Pull the belly button in and up, stay nice and long in your back. And this time, we move to the side like that. So often the forearms and wrists can be pretty tight, especially when you work at a desk or also if you are engaged in martial arts where you have a lot of grappling, for example, then you really want to open your wrist. So here you can let your fingertips pull up, push your wrist to the side. Again, don't lean forward from your hips. Imagine there is a glass front in front of you. You can't lean forward, just push to the side. 5 more here. Stay with your legs, don't move them. Only move from your upper body. And 2 more. Wrist to the side. Remember pulling your fingertips up. Keep your shoulders nice and down. Back to the middle, parallel, hang down. Shake out your legs, shake out your head. And we twist 1 more time. So take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and open your chest. Let your head drop towards your knee. Push your foot down. Push the outside of your foot down. Don't let it lift. Knees are straight, hips are in the middle. We stay here for 3 more breaths. Let your upper arm slightly pull you up. And important is the hand on the leg. Pull yourself towards your knee. And maybe you feel that you can also stretch your shoulder blades away from your spine by pulling yourself towards your knee. Slowly release, come back to the middle. Left hand to the outside of your right leg and open your chest to the side. Again, push your outside of your foot down, don't let it lift. 3 more breaths here. Let your upper fingers pull you up, and important, your hand on your leg pulls you towards your knee. Remember, knees are straight now, hips in the middle. Pull yourself a bit closer to get a nice shoulder blade stretch here. Then slowly release, come back to the middle, roll up like in the beginning. And from here we come into planking to start a bit with our core work. So one more time, just roll down. You can grab your elbow, swing from side to side. Last time of this. Then let your hands drop and walk forward into high plank. Okay, so please, when we work on the core, we work on the stability of our spine. We want to have a good quality movement. So please try to be nicely aligned. Have your hands under your shoulders. The feet are hip width apart. The bumps are nice on the height of your shoulders also. Make sure your elbows are active, slightly bent, and push into your fingertips. So in the high plank, stay there nice and straight. Keep your shoulders above your hands and come slowly with your knee to your elbow and change sides. 3 reps each side. So while I'm talking, please always do already the exercise. 2 and change. Don't let your shoulders sway forward. Keep them above your hands. 1 more. Knee to elbow and change. Okay, from here, stay in the plank. Elbows close to your body. Lie down onto your belly. So today we want to work on the hip extension from here. That means you can put your head down and straighten your foot and keep your hips lying on the ground. Don't let them lift. Keep your hips down while you just lift your legs slightly. So don't go up here. Keep your hip down. So it's a small movement that comes really here from the glutes. We do 3 more this side. Point your foot. Push your foot away from you. And back, change side. 5 on the other side. So keep your hip down. Foot is pointed. And 3. And 4. And 5. From here, we come back up into high plank. Same thing, make sure hands stay beneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers, push into your fingertips. Elbows 1% bent. Then knee to elbow and change. Keep your neck aligned. Look down to the mat. Und 2 and change. Und 3 and change. In a plank, come onto your belly. Straighten your feet. Put your head down and we lift for 5 here. Hip stays down. And 3 and 4 and 5. Change side. 1. So by working on our glutes, we also help to release on the opposite side. So with this, we also have an influence on our hip flexor that is often very tight. So that's why I like to do this here. Now we come into the classic plank from here. That means for me, classic is on the elbows. Keep your neck in line. Try to be in a good plank. So just hold here if you can. See yourself in your screen and check yourself so you don't have your bum in the air or falling through. Be in a nice line. Stay here for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then put your knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Take a deep breath. Next one. So this was the static plank. Next one will be a dynamic plank. So from the same position, Make sure, again, you are in a good quality movement. Stay nicely aligned. And then just lift one foot after the other. But make sure you don't let your hips wobble around. Stay nice and strong. Imagine you have a hot cup of tea on your low back. 4, 5 more. And change. 4 more. And change. 3 more. Change. 2. Change. And 1. Change. Then from here, knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Well done. And next one will be side plank. Lie on your side. Again, everything nicely in line. The top foot can rest in front. And the elbow again beneath the shoulder. Rest your hand relaxed here. So here we want to lift for 10 and then we hold for 10. Make sure your hips stay stacked as well as your shoulders, okay? So together und 1, 2, 3, 4. I hate I can't see you, but I believe you. Do the whole way. Don't rest in between. Stay there. 3 more. 2, 1. Then stay here. Keep your shoulders above each other. Don't let your hand drop behind. Stay nice and parallel. Hips are also stacked. 3, 2, 1. Change side. Jesus Maria. Lie on one nice line. Elbow beneath your shoulder. Hand is relaxed. The top foot in front. We lift for 10. Und 1, 2, nice and up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't let your head drop as well. Keep it in line. Hand is above you, not behind. 2, 1. Change side. 1 more round each side. So I'm a fan of side planking. It's in science one of the most efficient exercises for a stable back. So let's do a second round. Come. Top foot in front. All nice. Let's start. Und 1, 2, nice and high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change side. Okay, last round planking for today. For my class at least. So top foot here. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your back. So next round will be for our belly muscles. They are super important to help us protect our low back, our lumbar spine. We are working on the outside muscles now though. Make sure your head, your feet are parallel, nicely grounded. Make sure your neck stays in line with your spine when we come up. We do sit-ups, but real small ones. Just lift your shoulder girdle off. So we do 10 to the middle, and then we do for the obliques, 10 to the side, like that, okay? So let's start together, on the back, feet are down, hand beside your face, und 1, 2, 3, 4, don't pull on your head, keep your face parallel to the ceiling, 9, 10, then lie on your side. Turn to your foot, und 1, 2, the leg is active, the knee is 90 degrees, the foot is bent, come up, 3, 2, 1, change side. So again, lie on your side, turn to your foot, und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back onto the back. We do 3 more rounds, 3 more sets. So please come back to the middle for the straight muscles. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then lie on your side. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change side. Und 1, 2. Make sure you don't take like that oomph with your arms. Make small movements out of strength, no oomph. 9, 10. Back onto the back. If you want, you can let your knees drop just to relax. Come back to the middle. 2 more sets. Und 1, 2, 3. I have to skip on these. Continue. 5, 6, 7. To the middle. 8, 9, 10. To the side. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change side. Lie on your side, turn to your foot. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the back, last break. If you want, let the knees drop. Take a deep breath. Get back to the middle. Nice and parallel. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your neck parallel to the ceiling. 9, 10. On your side. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change side. Last round. Stay there. Und 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. From here, back on the back. Well done, 120. We come up into tabletop. You can roll out your spine with me. Before that, just roll over your back. Give yourself a little self-massage. I hope you're waking up slowly. And then next time we land cross-legged to roll over into tabletop like that. So if you feel rather stiff in your hips, you should try that. It's actually easier than it looks like. Okay, from here we come into mobilization of our thoracic spine and rotation. Make sure you're nice and parallel again. So hands beneath the shoulders, hips above your knees. And then just open your chest, follow your hand with your eyes so your whole neck is engaged. And then dive through the other arm, go as far as you can. 5 reps this side. Go far, stay soft in your shoulder, try to not cramp anywhere. Just go in and out of the movement. So we want to improve the mobility and also the blood supply in this area. So we want to go in and out of this movement. It's not about strength, it's about mobility here in the thoracic spine and also in our chest. So open your chest. And last time, dive through. Come up one more time. And then put your hand down. Change side. So same thing on the other side. Stay nice and parallel. And then open your chest, follow your hand. And dive through the gap as far as you can. And 2. And dive through. And 3. And 4. And 5. We dive through one more. Stretch up and then put your hand down. We do one more set each side. So 5 more here. Change side. Open your chest. Open until the fingertips again. Don't stop at your wrist. So you be always engage all muscle and fascia chains until the end of your fingertips. Remember to look after your hand, to also engage your neck. And 3 here. Go nice and far. When you dive through, go as far as you can without putting the shoulder down. And now the next time you dive through the gap, stay there. I will show what I mean. Stay here. So imagine someone is pulling on your fingers so you can glide through the gap as far as you can. And the standing hand is giving the counter movement. So here you can push yourself up from the floor and maybe you feel how you increase the twist in your upper back. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Hold it nicely. And then slowly release and take the same arm to your outside. Look away from your hand and put your chest down. Try to have your knees under your bum still. So we want to stretch our chest muscle here. Put your hand down and again with the standing hand, push yourself up from the floor to increase the stretch in your chest. So depending on on the position of your lying arm, you get to stretch different parts of the pectoralis muscle group. So if you are up here like me, then you get the upper parts. If you are more horizontal to your body, like more 90 degrees in your shoulder, you get to the middle part. So you can see here, imagine your hand on the floor is like a pointer of a clock, and find out where is a good part for you to stretch. So often this upper position is pretty good for many, and if you have very tight pecs, you might feel it already a good stretch in the horizontal area. Find out for yourself, breathe into the stretch, and then slowly release. If you want to do a free movement, and we change side. So that was my right arm. So I continue with my left. Just change side. Make sure you're nice and parallel again. And then open your chest, follow your hand. And dive through the gap. Go as far as you can. And open again, follow your hand. And dive through. And 3. And go through. And 4. And through the gap. And 5. And the next time you dive through, stay there. Again, imagine someone's pulling you even a bit more through. Have your hand nicely on the ground here and push yourself slightly up to increase the twist in your upper back. And if you get to really push the hand through far, you might even get a nice little shoulder blade stretch where you feel your shoulder blade pulling away from your spine, which is an area between the shoulder blades. You probably all know if it's sometimes a bit tight, so here you can get a nice little stretch there. One more breath here. And then slowly release. Take the same arm to your outside, look away from your hand. Put your chest down, adjust your knees so they are under your hips. And then push yourself up from the floor to get a nice stretch in your chest. Again, find out which position is best for yourself. If you want to walk up with the pointer of the clock towards 12, or if you want to be rather horizontally, try for yourself. Don't be complicated, just feel into your chest. Where is it tight? Where do you want to stretch? You can't make bad mistakes. Just try to release, breathe into the stretch, let go of tension in front of your shoulder, in your chest. So again, if you are into grappling and stuff, then this can be pretty tough and tight. I have one other stretch in the end, and you should sometimes take care of stretching this muscle group, but probably you know that anyway. Then come back to the middle. If you want to do a free movement for your shoulders, and then come sitting on your heels, please. So now is a super typical physio exercise for the upper back. Again, have your hands above each other on your neck. Hold your neck, elbows are parallel. From here, come into extension again, look up to the ceiling. The hands are blocking the neck, so we don't collapse here. Hold it tight, look up to the ceiling, and then after that, roll in again. Let your head drop, shoulders are nice and soft, and forward. Imagine your elbows are pulling you up, look up to the ceiling, and then roll in again, round up. Engage your neck and also let your pelvis drop back so the whole spine is taking part in the movement. It's not important that you go far in general, but that you check your spine, where does it feel tight. So often it's in the chest. Let your chest sink forward and look up. And then roll in. So sometimes we then go super far because we are very flexible in the low back, but nothing happens in the upper back. Try to stay with your seat above with your weight on your seat. Shoulders stay above your hips. And just let your chest sink forward. And again, important are the eyes. Look up to the ceiling. And then you really get an extension in your upper thoracic spine. And roll in again. One more repetition here. So if you have sometimes trouble with tight neck and shoulders, then this and the next exercise is good for you to try release some tension there. So let's come back to the middle. The next exercise, I apologize, is really the weirdo physio exercise, but it's very, very beneficial for the neck. So I will come a bit closer. Please don't do any screen videos. Now it's about the cervical spine. Imagine your head is on a rail track and you push it back parallel to the floor. So when it looks really stupid, then it's right. Really imagine you want to push the chin through the neck backwards. And release. We focus only on the movement back. So keep your eyes looking forward and push your face parallel back. I know it looks weird, but what happens is really nice actually. We really open up space in our cervical spine. The cervical spine naturally is bent like this. It's like a hollow back, like we are in the low back, naturally. So when we go like that, we pull it apart. And at the same time, we are activating the muscles in front to prevent us from falling into this position. One more rep. Shoulders down, And just push your chin through the neck. Imagine through the neck backwards. Eyes are looking forward. And release. We do one more set of both exercises. So please come back onto your heels. Only 5 reps, hands on top of each other. On the neck, hold your neck. Shoulders down, elbows parallel. And we come into extension. You can imagine that the movement is really happening between the shoulders and the hips. So it's just the spine going back and forth. Try to not lean forwards and backwards with your shoulders. I always see that in class. So shoulders stay above the hips. And work with your upper back. Let your eyes pull you up. And round up. So I guess you were a bit faster than me. Let's do 2 more reps here. You can also imagine that your elbows are pulling you up to the ceiling. Make sure you block your neck, hold your neck tight, and then roll in. And one last rep here. Extend nicely. And then flex your whole spine, all nice and round from the bottom, from the table to your head, all nice and round. And come back to the middle. 5 reps for the cervical spine again. Make sure you keep your eyes looking forward. Shoulders down, chest down, and come back. And release. So only release, don't go forward. And 2. So some of you might feel that the eyes always want to go down. Try to not let them. Try really to keep the eyes looking forward while you do that. And another good trick is when you come up with your chest like that, it feels like you're doing the exercise very far, but actually nothing happens in the upper back and in the cervical spine. So keep your chest down while you do that. So these 2 exercises free up space also for the nerves and vessels that go into the arms. So if you sometimes have tingling in your hands, or, I mean, I can't make any promises, but I also had friends and patients with migraine that helped a bit, because you really improve or free up tensions and space for your neck. So we do one last stretch, like I said, for the chest, which is also for the wrist. We can do it standing to get some air back blood back into our legs. This one is, again, a little bit tricky. It's not difficult, but just make sure you do the right direction. Have your hands behind you. Fingers are real loose. And now turn your palms towards yourself and out. Okay, so for many, this is a far long-term objective, I would say, because if you are tight here, it's difficult in the beginning. So again, what people often do is they turn the other way around and think it's super easy, but then here everything is closed. So what I want is release your fingers and the thumbs are loose. Turn your palm towards your bum and out. And then you have a maximum stretch on your chest, over to your elbow, over to your wrist. So this whole chain here is lengthening. I'll show one more time. Hands are nice and loose. Thumbs are open. And then turn your palm towards your bum. Thumbs go down and out. You can hold here, breathe into the stretch. And if this is not working at all, you feel it's far too tight above your wrist, for example, then you start to do these simple stretches for your wrist that you probably all know. And then soon you will be able to do this. That's why I say it's a nice long-term goal as well, because just a bit of a tricky movement that if you try it a few times and you work a bit on the flexibility, you will get there. So we are done for today. I hope you liked it. Feel free to give me any feedback. You can always contact me on Instagram, which is I Got Your Back Berlin. And this class will be now at Fenris Gym every Tuesday at 9. Have a nice day and stay healthy. Bye bye.